Good morning to all of you. Welcome to my Jurisprudence class. I think I have completed about 50 videos in the Jurisprudence and I have actually made them into a playlist, and whenever you want to read them, to go through them, please you can happily go through all the 50 videos. It will be useful for your examination purpose. Right? Coming to today's topic, the concept of person. Person. ఇదేమిటి పర్సన్ అంటే మనకు తెలియదా? వై సపరేట్లీ వీ హ్యావ్ టు డిస్కస్ అబౌట్ పర్సన్. సో వెన్ ఐ ఆస్క్డ్ ఇన్ ద క్లాస్ హౌ టు డిఫైన్ ఎ పర్సన్, so most of you are not able to define the same. Of course, there is no clear definition even in law also. The word person is derived from the Latin word persona. Please remember, persona means not only a living being. Please remember, person may not be a living being. Normally, so we think of natural persons. Suppose I am a person, natural person. But there are some non-living persons also. Please remember. And even though a living person, slave, he is not deemed as a person in the eye of law, because slaves have no legal rights. So please remember, according to Salman, person is any being. Person is any being whom the law regards as capable of rights and duties. So already I told you, the law creates rights, duties and obligations also. Please remember, rights means rights are the legally protected interests. Duties, they are the obligations to do which you are bound to do, legally bound to do by law. Legal duty, of course, if it is moral duty, you cannot be questioned. Right? A person capable of rights and duties, a being capable of rights and duties is called a person according to Salman. So, who are the non-living beings like corporation, like a company, and a GPA holder, an executor, an administrator? All of them, they are deemed to be persons in the eye of law. So any company, any association, any body of persons, including a company, they can be called as juristic persons or juridical persons. That means in the eye of law, they will be also treated as persons, and they can be imposed certain fine. They can be imposed certain sentence also. Suppose company Hindustan Lever Limited Company. If you want to sentence, give sentence to the company, who will execute? So their representative, maybe the secretary, maybe the ED, or normally before making the MOU itself, they will decide as to who has to appear on behalf of the company, and if the company is fined, who has to pay. If the company is sentenced to jail, who has to undergo the sentence. All these things will be discussed. They will be in the memo itself. So company can also be jailed. No, but normally, please remember, company cases, they will be civil in nature, and if at all the company is ordered to pay any compensation, the group of persons or the members of the company, definitely they will pay the money. And what about animals? Please remember, animals, they are not concerned as persons, but still they have got rights. Already being having rights and duties, yes, they are having certain rights. Right against cruelty. So the season of Sankranti is coming. Whenever Sankranti is coming, normally people in the villages, they will be conducting the bullock races. They will be conducting the cockfights, which are definitely showing cruelty toward the animals. So there is a Prevention of Cruelty to Animals and Birds Act. Previously it was there. Mr. Pila Ramakrishna, I think he may be no more. Actually, I do not know his address. He used to come to us and he used to move with us to find out where the cockfights are going on. We used to conduct raids and book those persons. Of course, nowadays they are gone. It has become a formality. People think that it is right to go to the villages and enjoy the Sankranti by holding the cockfights. But still, remember, they have got right against the cruelty. So cruelty is an offense against animals also. Now we are going to discuss the legal status. Persons dead persons, unborn persons, then idols. So first we discuss what are the what is the legal status of a dead person. Please remember, when a person is alive, the legal status ends with death, is it not? So, but please remember, the dead body is not a person as per law. That's why that legal maxim, actio personalis moriter cum persona, if it is correct. Actio personalis moriter cum persona. That means if there is a death, the right of action will not survive. It will wither away. Rights, as far as the rights are concerned, dead body has got rights. Legal status is zero. When once a person dies, he cannot have any legal rights. But please remember, certain rights are there. They are inevitable. You can't fail. Number one, right to honor or decent burial. Decent burial is the one of the most important rights of the dead body. And right to honor, the dead body should be honored. That's why whenever you see a movie, suppose dead body దగ్గర చూడండి, పోలీస్ ఆఫీసర్ వచ్చాడనుకోండి, ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ he will salute, then he will remove the cap. That is the honor you have to give the dead body, right? And you should not defame the dead body. గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి, చనిపోయింది. అందుకనే పోయిన వాళ్ళందరూ మంచోళ్ళు అనేది సినిమాల పాటలో కూడా ఉంటుంది. కాబట్టి చనిపోయిన వ్యక్తిని గురించి యూ షుడ్ నాట్ స్పీక్ ఎనీథింగ్ డిఫేమ్లీ. సపోజ్ ఇన్ కేస్ మీరు మాట్లాడారనుకోండి, మాట్లాడినప్పుడు ఇట్ కెన్ బి టేకెన్ యాజ్ ఎ డెఫమేషన్, యాజ్ అన్ అఫెన్స్ అండర్ సెక్షన్ 500 of the Indian Penal Code, and their relatives can file a case against you. Right? So, as far as the criminal cases are concerned, when once a person dies, then the case stands abated. The action against him stands closed. That's all. Suppose A kills, murders B, and he is facing trial in the court. During the trial, A dies. Then what happens? The case will be abated. Nobody can be punished. The case will not be pursued. But please remember, in civil cases, the representatives, legal representatives, legalists, they can step into the shoes of the deceased person. Suppose A has advanced 10 lakhs to B under a promissory note and B failed to repay the same. A filed a civil case. So under section 26 of the Code of Civil Procedure, A dies, then what happens? His legal representatives may pursue B to pay the money. In case B dies, yes, A can go against the legal representatives of B. So the issue will continue in civil cases. But in criminal cases, the issue will stand abated. Right? Then, as regards the dead bodies, another important topic is regarding the willunama or wills. Yes, will come into effect only after the death. So definitely it has to be respected. Of course, you know the procedure of going for a probate in the Sessions Court. Yes, the will come into existence. Then what about the unborn child? So according to section 13 of the, I think it is Transfer of Property Act, section 13 of the Transfer of Property Act, yes, transfer of property for the benefit of unborn children, unborn children. Yes, definitely it is allowed under law, but it is a right, it is a contingent right. That means in the event of the occurrence, if the child is born till he gets majority, yes, definitely he can claim the property. So, and what about the status of idol? Yesterday I told you also. So, status of idol, already told you, it is equal to that of a minor. Yes, the God, Mr. Krishna, he can file a case as a minor. Suppose his properties are being taken away, encroached by so many people. Yes, the God can file a case, but he is a minor. Who has to file the case? Under the guardianship or next friend. Who is the guardian? Either the pujari or the trustee will be the guardian. So friends, that's all regarding the person, the legal status of dead person, legal status of an unborn person. Please remember, these are all very important topics. This concept, even though the word person is not defined anywhere in law, but we used to represent the same day in and day out. Therefore, you have to learn the concept of person, which is a very important one. So, with this, I am concluding. Thank you very much.